awakening to myself. Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. Thank you for being here. And thank you all these people that came quite far. And whatever. Thank you very much. A special thank you for Jane, who's just here, and Phil. They came all the way from where is it again? Northamptonshire. So they came from very far away. And Jane is the daughter of Bernard Cooper, who passed away just over a year ago. He used to work in the publishing business, and he is the one who encouraged me to write quite a lot. I used to send him bits and pieces that I used to write, and he was all the time, every time he saw me or talked to me, just kept saying to write. And Jane sometimes read a few things, and in one occasion she actually sent me an email and said, "Adelita, I like what you write. If you ever write a book, I will read it." And here she is today, so thank you very much, Jane. Thank you. By you being here, you are representing your father as well, and for me it's a great honor. Thank you very much. So, my awakening to myself is just that. It's just like a call to go within and wake up. Really, that's what it is. And it's very simple. It's written with very simple language. It hasn't got a beginning or an end. It's not a book of chapters that you have to, when you start it, you have to finish it in order to understand what it's all about. In here, they are just very short topics, and each one is about a page and a half, and that's it. And each one can be read at any time, in any circumstance. And it's done so that in our days that everybody's running around and not having time for anything, this book can fit in with our lives, because it just takes a few moments to read a page. Each page has got a message, something to reflect on, something that makes you think and maybe give you some options or make you think about things you wouldn't have thought before. Just simple. So how do you read these topics? I would suggest, if those have seen people buying the book already, the idea to buy this book is, to read it is whenever you please, of course, but also any time when you are feeling a day that is not going the way you want, or you feel frustrated or stressed, or you are seeming you move around and seem not to have accomplished anything. Whatever the mood is, you just pick up the book and open it at random, and you will be surprised to find that the topic will come up just giving you what you need at that moment. And it's quite amazing, but it does help. However, if you're not pleased with what comes up, you can just go to the index and run your finger through to find the one where your finger will stop. Having said all that, you can also read it for your own pleasure. But one thing I would say, you cannot just go and read topic after topic after topic after topic, because then it's just like wiping a surface but not going deep down to see what is underneath. It really needs to go deep down to find the juice, if you see what I mean. You cannot just read it. And if you do, and you are already waking enough that you understand what is going on, you'll get a little bit, it's a bit too much to go through. You know what I mean? It's like having too much chocolate cake at once. So ideally, this is the way I would suggest that you would benefit from reading this book. It's not a book that you can put on the shelf and forget about it. It's a book to have by to hand, that you can pick it up at any odd moment. And you know, you cannot say, I don't have time for it, because if you're sitting down to have a cup of coffee and relax, you can pick up the book and read that page. It takes you 2-3 minutes, and then you get the other 2-3 minutes that you have available to reflect on it. And you'll be absolutely amazed by just changing a little tweak, like Annabelle's got a student in yoga, says, well, just a little tweak. It makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. But it's for you to realize that. In the different ones, different topics, I do come up with the idea that things come to us when we are ready to receive them. If we are not ready, we don't see them. It's just like having a blind in our eyes. And you can read through, but you don't pick it up because you are not ready for that particular information. You just have to be ready. So, how many times, I mean, at least I have had people offering and suggesting to buy a book, and I have bought this book, and then open it and I couldn't read it. I started reading, I thought, it's not for me, you know, I leave it and put it on the shelf, and years later I may come across this book and it will jump at me, open it, and I think, oh, why haven't I read this before, and I had it here. And why? Because everything's got its moment, and our perception to actually get it through, understand it. Yeah. So with this, my awakening to myself, you don't have to worry about that, because there's about 120 topics. And each topic talks about different things. So if one topic, when you look at it, you think, oh, well, this is not for me, you know, there's another 100 and more to have a look at. So maybe some of them are not the moment you open the book is not for you, but there's several others. And some of the things you just think, oh well, I opened this and it's not good, and I don't like this way of explaining things. Just, it's all right, you know, because everything comes when we need to have it. So, generally speaking, these 120 topics, they talk about life in general. So it's for everybody. Everybody that can read can have access to this information. And when you read it, pause, reflect on it, you will come up with ideas, options, things you never thought about it, but this reading will waken up that inner you that knows everything. So the whole thing is that I go from the base that we have all the information we need inside ourselves. Everything we need to know, we know it. The problem is that we've got layers and layers and layers of different things that are covering it up, and so we don't see it. We don't see it, we don't feel it, because other things in life in general, running around, looking at things, dealing with things, stops us from looking in and stopping and letting things come out, the knowledge come out. Our mind is so busy, constantly. So if we stop the mind for a couple of minutes, the knowledge we want comes up. And you know, when I talk to people, I do quite a bit of coaching, and sometimes when I am with them, they tell me their lives and what goes on, and I only have to say a sentence, and suddenly they just say, oh, yes, why didn't I think about that? So you see, it always comes to, why didn't I think about that? Because it's so simple when something clicks, and I come back to the twig, just a little twig, and there it is. So, however, having said all that, we are all there, we are all where we have to be, and everything is perfect where we are, and things happen the way it has to happen. So, you know, we don't have to say, oh, well, I have to do this and do that. So, one of the things, and some of the topics, I give examples, and they're examples that people have lived through. And I'll just give you one of the examples right at the beginning of the how we have these qualities hidden in us, and this knowledge, and we don't know. We don't feel them, because we, as I said, we are too busy with everyday's life. And so there's two people, I'll just give you quickly, do I have the time? Just very quickly. These two people who travel somewhere to work, and it's quite a long journey, so they share the car, and they happen to meet in one spot to go together the rest of the journey. Now, this is fictitious names. One is Anne and Ben, all right? So Ben is waiting for Anne to come and pick her up, or him up. I don't know which one is the names that are not the real names. And he's been waiting there for hours, and every day, days go by and waiting for hours, and he gets so cross. And after a few days, he starts telling Anne when they get in the car, really abusing her with words, saying how, you know, how can she do that to you? And this goes on and on and on, until one day, Ben is sitting there, and it's been half an hour, and he said, why is this happening to me? Why do I allow myself to be in these situations? This is ridiculous. He gets so cross and angry with himself. And suddenly there's like a shocking system in the body, and he stops completely. And as he stops, there is this like a big thing, as an expression. Something happens to him physically as well, and something comes to him, and he just sees like big words, big letters in a word, patience. But it's shaking, the whole body is shaking in him. And so he goes through all that. I'll let you read it in the book. But, you know, he suddenly said, why did I have to go through all these months to get to know this when I could do it on the first day? So when he gets in the car that day, he doesn't insult Anne, and Anne is surprised, looks at him and says, oh, are you all right? Yes, I am all right. And then Ben apologizes and says, I'm very sorry to have been so rude to you. And so she says, oh, doesn't say anything. And then he asks her, why didn't you tell me? And she said to him, you were not ready to receive this, but now you are. So it is like that if we are ready, we get it straight away. If we are not, it doesn't matter how much you try to convince somebody. You see, you have this in your experience. You try to convince somebody of something. Do you get upset? No way. You have to be ready for it. So this information is specifically that you have to be ready, but also want it. Right? Because if you don't want it, that's fine as well. You are where you're supposed to be. It doesn't matter. But if you want it, so you need an open mind to want it, and then you need to have that patience and wait for it. And finally, I'm going to just end up. I don't want you to be listening to me. I'd rather you ask me questions. But I just want to say that very often in our lives, we don't do the things we want to do, and we have amazing possibilities. Amazing possibilities. But we don't do it because we limit ourselves. We can always do anything we want to do, but we limit ourselves. We put the limits, and it's us who do that. And that's what the book is about as well. Alright? So, just at the beginning, the first topic is resistances. We stop ourselves so much resisting an idea, and we are so good at giving excuses and examples. Oh, I didn't do it, or I don't do it. I love to do this, but I can't do it because blah, 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 blah. There's a resistance. And behind the resistance, there's always a fear. Always. So you can check it out. There's this fear. Remove the fear, and the resistance will go. And it's so easy to remove resistances and fear. It's so easy that people believe that it's very difficult. And when you give them you just do it like this, they think, it's impossible. How can you remove this fear and this? It's impossible. It is. It is so easy. And I tell you something else. You can see how the digital world is moving so fast. So is the planet. So is the light in the planet. Everything is moving so fast. Our minds are amazing computers. And we can just, with a very simple sentence, remove anything we want, the same way as we create anything we want. So I'm finishing there, and if you have any questions, then I'm here to answer.
Thank you, Adelita, for sharing your inspiration behind this amazing book. I'm lucky enough to have a signed copy myself, and Adelita will be signing copies for us after you can buy me over there and signing over here. But before we do that, I'd like to open the floor to questions. So, who would like to ask a question, please?
No one's got questions?
If you dig into the book and you read through it, and there's a paragraph or there's words you don't understand, what would you then do? Would you...
Send me an email.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you are not living teacher influence your work in some way.
Well, as you move through life, before I went into the art of living, I was already doing these things. Yes. So when this lady who pushed me to be a teacher in the art of living, I said to her, I don't think I need this because I'm already doing this. And she said, well, in that case, why not? And at that time, I had particular interest in going into prisons, teaching that. Well, I was already in the prison, and because I was just with the healing, with the healer, and I was always wondering, how can I help these guys without me being here? Would be a great idea to give them tools, and the tools came about with this course. As you know, I taught for 10 years the Art of Living course in the prisons, and I taught it in England and in Spain. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you could answer. Why you see I sat with 4, 5, 6 people like that to me. Does that mean that I think I'm fine? Does that mean that? Or I think, oh, I'd like to use her, I'd like to use him. They need it.
Yeah,
You
well,
see what I'm saying?
yes, so that's very interesting. Did you hear what she said? That by listening to what I was saying, suddenly 5 people came to her mind that would benefit from it. So that's fabulous. That is because you think, well, this person would be great if she or he read this book. Yeah, that's
About me, I mean, I'm like, no,
But you are, because I know some people came early and said they bought 3 books to give away, and he pushed me. But I was writing a book for young people. This book is for everyone. everyone that can read and has the interest. But you can actually as a teacher, and you would benefit from whatever situation you have in your classroom, from actually one of those topics, because it only takes a few minutes to read, and then you can make them reflect on them and say, okay, tell me what you think of it. What would you do in this situation? Or do you feel like that? How are you feeling right now? Why do you feel like this? How would you deal with it? So I think it would be perfect for a teacher to have this. And then maybe your students would like to get it for themselves if they think they're really teachers or anybody else who is dealing with any public, really, because this is for all the public. Yeah?
Do you regularly give group talks, or is it just your one-to-one coaching?
I tell you what, I'm so lazy about gathering the people, and it's not my thing. I love to go and deliver the workshops and the seminars, and I do this regularly, especially when I go to Spain, because they do it for me, so I just go and deliver. So if anybody is very keen in doing that kind of thing, yes, I'll go and do it. Yes, anytime, and I love it. And it depends what the people want. I had a workshop here in this building some time ago, and it was all to do with, actually it was with resistances, funny enough. And when I had the room was full, and when people got there, they looked at each other and they thought, oh well, we don't know what all this is about. And when we started processing and working, so at the end, everybody was touched with it. And there were lots of tears and lots of things, and I didn't know that, how could that be? I never knew this was there, blah, 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 blah. So I love to do that. So if you are interested, yes, I will go anywhere to do it.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Sorry. An observation with probably a question again. I like this sort of thing. I watch YouTube constantly. I have my favorite psychologists around the world, and you can listen to them. I love this sort of books. I think they are like food for the soul. And I need them because I started painting. I have no training. I love it. And it's the fear which stops me. And the white canvas is there for ages, and nothing gets done because my fear is not to be up to the level I would like to be. So this can help me. However, don't you think that this is, the need for this food comes from the way we in the modern life live? Because I think of my old people, grandfather, great-grandfathers, grandmothers, they probably met in their life 1/10 of the people I know now. And they didn't need books. They had people around. I think we lack the strength which is given to us by human like us. So we go to books. And I see it now. Lots of people with mental stress, or let's call it stress, people who go to pieces very easily. I mean, this is something we need now. I don't think my great-grandfather ever read a book in his own life. But they went through wars, they didn't have anything to eat, they raised 7, 8 children, and some of them died at birth. There was another thing they had faith. They had a very strong faith. And that's all we have. A thing that we don't have anymore. We know a lot of people where we are always alone.
Life has changed. It's a different thing. But you're quite right. You just said the word, it's like food for the mind. And when you are able to, if you read just that little topic, that page, and you allow yourself to have the mind free for 2 or 3 minutes, and that gives such a rest to the mind that it's just like, you know, when you have your phone, when you have your phone or your computer on all the time. I mean, I don't understand much about it, but the people in Apple have told me that if I have the phone all the time on, it gets out of sync. So you have to switch it off sometime to get back to sync. We are the same. If our minds are constantly on the go, there's no rest. You can rest your body, but your mind cannot rest. And it is when you stop the mind for a bit that the information that we carry with us comes in. And it's quite amazing. It's quite amazing. And people who try to do it, they are so surprised how easy it is. So, say for instance, just for the sake of the example, just an example. Say that you read one of those topics in whatever subject you are in at that particular moment. You read it, and then maybe it's a sentence or a paragraph that you need to read it once more, maybe once more, depending on what kind of situation you are in. And then what you do is you just ask the question, I want to know this, or how do I get through this? How can I solve this problem? How can I talk to this person? How can I, whatever is your thing at that moment. And when you do that and allow the mind to rest for a couple of minutes, you don't need hours, you'll find the answers coming through. You'll find the answers coming through. And if they don't come through at that particular moment, don't worry, because they'll come when you are just getting into the car, when you're having your shower, or whatever. They will come. They will come. And always, whenever you ask for anything, or you want anything, make sure you have a clean heart. That comes from your heart. It's a big difference. Things you ask from the mind, the intellect, or the heart. If it's from the intellect, it will take you all over the place, and it won't give you the right answer. So you have to go from the heart, and you'll get the right answer. Yeah? It's the heart that speaks all the time. Yeah? So always, whatever you want to ask from the heart to get the real answer. The mind is so quick. The mind always goes to the negative. Yeah? And the mind will give you all kinds of excuses not to do that. And I go back to that workshop I was telling you about resistances, because when they asking each other, well, why don't you do this, there were about 5 or 6 reasons for each resistance they had. And when they looked through at the back of it all, there was a fear. And when they met the fear, they thought, oh, so that was it. Remove the fear, and there were no more resistances. And then you probably behind your canvas and the thing that you want to do, there's that fear. And one of the things, I'm not good enough, I think, when people come to me, one of the exercises, that's about healing, one of the exercises I ask them to do is look in the mirror, look through your eyes. Yeah, some of you, if you have, I don't know if there's anybody who have healing with me, but this is one of the things I say. Look in the mirror and look into your eyes, not just your eyes when you make up the ladies and so on, but look through it, and tell yourself how great you are. And tell yourself how much you love yourself. I love myself, I'm great, I'm this, I'm that, all the adjectives you can find that are good for you, and you keep saying that, and saying that, and saying that, and every time you can, say it, and you will change completely. And you, for instance, in your case, that I'm not good enough, just I am good enough. I've got everything I need to do this campus. I know I do. I'm strong, I'm well prepared, I love it, my thing comes from my heart, and I'm going to do it. And you just have to do it a few times, a few days, yourself doing it. It's as simple as that. Life really is much simpler than it looks. And if you find yourself resisting things, ask yourself, where does the resistance come from? What is the fear? And then tackle the fear. So in the book, the resistances, I'm saying how you can get rid of the resistance. The same way you get rid of the resistance, you get rid of fears as well. And not only fears, thoughts. Thoughts that can... thoughts trouble your mind, you know, because you have lots and lots of thoughts. And what happens is that they what you say, you get burdened with the mind full up, and there's no space for any knowledge or any wisdom to come through, because you have got it all tangled up with doing this, doing that, bringing this person, going there, family, friends, job, business, cleaning the house, cooking a meal, whatever.
Thank you. Thank you very much.